You tune to Star FM, it's 8:47, and round up at this time every Sunday morning, Muskwasha gives you family focus, practical tips to do with dating, with parenting, and with marriage. And as we're out of the month of love, I thought we'd do parenting today, something called Enjoy Every Stage of Your Children's Lives. So some practical and simple parenting thoughts here. So children grow up so fast, and before we know it, they've grown into young people and then into adults. And every stage of their lives is exciting, and it's something to marvel at. But if we're not careful, we can miss out on the excitement. And then there's no way of going back to those days when they were smaller. Now, we can think maybe that small children are irritating, or that they're a nuisance, or that the activities that they do are not important. But actually, they're just so amazing if you spend time with them at every stage of their life as they grow up. In the early months, it's amazing just to look at that new baby and to hold them. Then they do things like sitting for the first time, standing, talking and walking, and then they develop their personality, and when they start to go to school they begin to show their talents, whether it's in the academics, in sport, in clubs, good character and so on. When they're teenagers, you can have deep conversations with them and help them as they shape their lives, and every stage is different, and there's so much to enjoy about being with your children. And they move from one phase to the next as they grow up, and it's kind of sad in a way, but there's always more exciting things ahead. So if you've got a small baby, do enjoy feeding them and washing them, and make sure you're smiling at them. If you've got small children, when you come home and they run to you and jump up and down and shout, "Daddy, Daddy," or "Mummy, Mummy," then make sure that you enjoy those moments. Because when they're teenagers, they won't show that same excitement like that anymore. And when they play funny games and do funny things, make sure you do take time to play with them and have fun with them. Don't just think that they're silly as kids. And when there are those speech days and sports days and other school activities, don't miss out. Do be there if you possibly can. And with teenagers, do take time to talk and listen and find out about what's happening in their lives, and indeed what their world is like. This one I know is not easy. It's a whole topic on its own, because sometimes you can't seem to get through to your teenagers, but always try to keep those lines of communication open. There are many situations where families can't be together. Maybe one parent is working in another town or even another country. Even both parents can be away. And that's very difficult, and you might be sacrificing for your children by working somewhere else. You can, in those cases, still talk on the phone or on WhatsApp maybe, and keep in touch as best you can. Then for those of us who are with our children, work commitments can cause us to miss out on time with them. There's a common situation where parents are in demanding jobs, and they end up coming home when the children are asleep and maybe only see them for a few minutes in the morning. Too many church commitments can also take us away from our children and cost us precious time with them. So we need to be wise about our priorities in life and what we do with our time. Many people, when they're older, have regretted and wished that they had spent more time with their children, but they might only realize when it's too late and they're grown already. Because once your child has grown, you can never get those times back when they were smaller. Those times will have gone. So what I think is that whenever your child asks you to play with them, or to do something with them, or to help them with something, say yes and be with them whenever it's possible. Even if it means finishing off your work or chores much later and that you'll sleep late, it's worth prioritizing spending that precious time with your child or children. And also, when they become adults and we are much older as parents, the tables could turn and maybe we'll be asking them to come and see us. But they might then say they're too busy, or they might not be around for us in our old age. So we must treasure all of these stages of our children's lives. It's a dangerous thing to be too busy for them. They're gifts from God, so if you can, be there as much as you can to enjoy seeing and experiencing your children growing up. So that's simple but deep. It's our family focus for today. Enjoy every stage of your children's lives. I wouldn't send my son to boarding school. I also make sure that I sit with him and watch 30 minutes of his favourite cartoon Pokemon. I think you're saying you do that every day. That's interesting. Yeah, of course, boarding school, it's another debate there, but you do indeed stand to miss out. But there could be other reasons that people choose to send their children to boarding school. Yeah, thanks for that. Hi to Henman in Mvurui. I want to say hi to everybody tuned in. Thanks a lot for supporting Henman. Hope you're good. To the Super Red Green. Morning, Steve. I'm praying for divine intervention for my sister who's not feeling well. She's at the Avenues Clinic in Harare. May the Lord God heal her, says the Super Red Green. Well, thoughts and prayers there for sure with you and the family. Is super. To Albert Dubé in Skies, want to say today the Red Devils will be white angels at Anfield. Go Liver. Liverpool, we never walk alone, says Albert Dubé. To Mwenders in Chi-Town, Manchester United to win 3-1. To Tycoon Chimbaira in Quadzana. Thanks for supporting. To Clayton Zungura, thanks for playing that Boys to Men. Oh, that was much earlier in the show. Yeah, thanks. To Magumbo Special, happy birthday to Magumbo Special Kesina Chamisa. This one's coming from Baba T. Congrats there. Happy birthday indeed. Hey Muskwasha, Justin Kano Yangwa in Mbizo Kwekwe. Happy belated birthday to my father Sekuru Peter Kano Yangwa, who turned 73 on the 3rd of March. That's from Justin. Wow, what a blessing, reaching 73. That's amazing stuff. To Kelvin Pedzisai Rwanda in Cabs, Budiriro 5. Morning greetings to you, and thanks a lot for supporting us here on Star FM. Much appreciated. To Esme Kuyere Mashaya Mombe in Hatfield in the capital. Stephen, hi there to you. Thanks for being with us on the big station. Hey there Muskwasha, go Arsenal, go. Happy for the victory yesterday, says Kudzi, who's tuned in Chinoy. And also want to say shout out and happy birthday to Rudo Dandra Zambara, 41 today. This is from Johannes Govora in Wesley in the capital. Also happy birthday to my beloved young brother Panache Pondai, 12 today. That's from Prince Pondai in Beatrice. Hope that Beatrice is good. Hi to Elder Soxy at ZRP Vic Falls. Want to say morning to my queen Tafadzwa. That's great. And to Mrs. Kutsime listening on our way to Mukaro in Gutu. With me is hubby TK, my friend Mai Sean, son Nenyasha and friend Kyle. Thanks for the gospel track from Minister Ellard, the Hakuna Zita. Well, you're welcome. Travel safe there, Mrs. Kutsime. Hey, so sorry we didn't have time to get to your shout out, but we'll keep them coming throughout the day.